Welcome back, my YouTube family. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the process of getting your WinWing ViperAce EX or whatever WinWing grip that you got, and how to get that mounted on the MOZA AB6 and actually get it to work in the software. I'm going to give you some A and B comparisons on why I chose to mount this stick. Basically, the MH1 that came with the MOZA AB6, it's very entry level. It feels plastic. After me flying so long with this particular flight stick, it just felt weird with this one in my hand. Probably for someone who hasn't had a WinWing product like this, or a Virpil or any other the good flight sticks out there, you wouldn't probably pay no attention. But for me, as you can see, I'm heavily engulfed in the WinWing product line, and so I just wanted to stay true. But I was waiting on the WinWing force feedback based, I believe it's called the Cybertours, but it's just not coming to fruition. So I bit the bullet on this one, and I think I got this thing worked out. So stick around, and I'll show you what I came up with. And here I'm just showing a side-by-side comparison. They look very similar. The WinWing has an additional head and switch that comes optional. But all in all, they're very similar. Now, the WinWing does have the pointer finger axes, and then it also has the ring finger axes as well. And so, that the MOZA doesn't have any of that. So that's just not on there at all. I'm just going to let you listen to the button clicks. I don't know if you can tell by the actual sound, but just the WinWing just has such a solid, professional, just hard to explain. The MOZA stick is mushy, and it just feels like a toy. Where as far as the WinWing product feels so solid, just feels like it's part of a plane. Now this is one of my favorite buttons, and it goes four ways, and then also the middle click, where as far as on the MOZA, it only goes forward and backwards and then has the middle click. But it also has that additional button there. Now as far as the actual base, these sliders are wonderful. They have a really nice feel to them, and the buttons have a nice solid click to them as well. Okay, the meat and potatoes, This is it. This is the adapter that you need. This thing is a unicorn. So I've searched the internet for this solution, and most of the forums that I go to said that the WinWing and MOZA is just not compatible. But this particular adapter is supposed to be the solution. Now, whether or not that's true or not, we will see. So far, it feels very solid. It's metal. It's all metal. It has a little grooves in them. I'm not sure what those grooves are, but this piece right here, I think this is the magic bullet. Basically, it's taking the WinWing 6-pin adapter and putting it to a 5-pin adapter that the MOZA accepts. And the instructions are kind of vague, but so I just got to getting ready to take the things off and mechanically fasten them and see what we come up with. So it kind of only go one way. The grooves is on this side, goes in the grooves there. This pin goes into that pin. You really can't mess this up. Remember to always back thread a little bit so you don't strip out your threads. That's very important. If you get tension putting this on and you're not doing it right, it shouldn't be that hard to start it. Now, of course, it's going to be a little harder when you get ready to tighten it, but initially putting it on, it should not be a hard thing. If it's hard and you're forcing it, you're going to strip it out. I definitely had to apply a little bit of force here to get it down, to seat it right. It wasn't that difficult, but you know, just got to make sure that you put some down pressure on it as you tighten it. This particular adapter doesn't have any set screws in it, so it really is a matter of getting it as tight as you possibly can with your hands. I really don't trust that too much, so I was going to wrap electrical tape around here and use some pliers to get it, you know, nice and snug so it won't be moving on me. Now already I'm getting warms and fuzzies inside because this feels good. I just want to remove this electrical tape and get onto the computer and see if it works. And for those of you that has a Dolph Reality motion rig, this is how I connect this particular unit to my rig. I just used one of the stand-ups that they gave me, got some screws and using some nuts as some spacers, and just screw it in like that, and the video will tell you the rest. So every time the unit is turned on, it goes through a calibration process. I was a little nervous during this process because the stick is a lot heavier than the original stick, but again, they sell the MH16, that's a more girthier one that goes on this, so I figured it wouldn't be any problems. Okay, if we jump into the MOZA software, the MOZA cockpit software, right now the MH16 is selected and there's no controls or anything for the buttons. So you have to go up here and select the grip type to the WinWing 16 down here. Once you do that, this screen will come up and then you can start testing the buttons. So I'm going to press the trigger. First stage, that's button 4. Second stage, that's button 5. That's button 31. That's button 35. Button 33, and so on. Now I'm going to bring up the Windows USB and scroll down to the MOZA force feedback. And that's what you want to bring up under properties. So a couple of issues, not necessarily issues, but in the software, if I press the hat switch up or down, nothing shows in the software. If I press the button, 19 comes in. But if I go up or down, left or right, it doesn't register in the MOZA software. Axes, you have over here. You have this axis here. And I cannot get it to register this axis here. All other buttons register as they should. Let's jump into DCS and see does that make a difference in DCS. I just want to bring up an axis right quick. Here, that shows as Joy RZ. Here, Joy RY. Here, Joy RX. And here, again, that doesn't register in DCS either. Then I'm just going to go down to a random button. First stage trigger comes up as button 4. Second stage trigger, button 5. You're going to go here, down, button 9, button 12, 10, 13, here. Now, the hat doesn't register as a button. It registers as an axis. So pressing down registers as a button. Here, there, there. All of these register. Here. Now, in the software, in Windows software, this hat button registered as a hat. In the software, the up, down, left, or right didn't register at all. In the DCS, it registers as a POV, left, right, upper left, upper right. So it actually registers all 8 points on this head here. On the side, up, down, right, back. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah. So here on the axes, this is 2 buttons here. So at one stage, it turns into a button as you push it in, and as you click it, it's another button. Same thing with this head up here. If I flip it up, that's button 1. If I flip it down, that's button 2. If I go all the way down, that's button 3. So this works as button 1, button 2, and button 3. And remember, this also registers as an axis. So as you can see, this works. I am happy with it. This works. The only thing that I can say that I found issues with is that there's some play in the twist. And I think I tightened this up with a wrench. And there's some play in the twist, and I can't get that play out. It is a hard stop right and a hard step left. I don't know if that anything to do with the twist axes or not, but I can't get that to stay in place. But it's not a big deal. All in all, this feels solid. And of course, you can go out and get the MOZA M816 flight stick. It's $150, and just from the look of it, it just looks way more. I haven't actually held this in my hand, but it just looks like a better product than what came with the AB6. But if you're like me, who has a WinWing, I bought the WinWing Orion holders here. And if you already have this stick, then, you know, I just don't see going out and paying another $150 when you actually just, you know, spend $42 on this. I think that's a little crazy for the price, but, you know, it's a specialty item, but it's $42 here on Amazon, and it works great, as you can see. So there you have it. There's not much information on the internet about this, but this actually works. Now I have this base left over and I have this, you know, stick left over. I wish I could put these two together, but I'm pretty sure that's not adapted for this, nor is there even a need for that. But now I have the best of both worlds. I have the MOZA AB6 for its feedback, and then I have the ViperAce with the EX. Now, of course, the vibration doesn't work because the WinWing software will have to send that information and doesn't recognize the joystick actually being plugged up. So, you know, that's one thing, but again, it is a great combination. I'm happy about it. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then make sure you subscribe. Also, hit that like button because it really helps me out, and leave me a comment in the comment section if you want to know more about this setup, if I left anything out, if you have any suggestions for future videos. I really, really appreciate it. Until the next time, hey.